Hey, I'm not in the car again, and it's actually almost 1 in the morning, so I can't be too loud in the apartment. In fact, I'm not feeling too well today. The way I've been talking, it takes a bit for my throat to get used to it because I don't normally talk this way. Like I said, I haven't used this voice like this for quite some time, and well, it's made my throat a little sore. I was going to do this thing today covering what was it I was going to be covering? I put it on my Facebook as what they're calling the Facebook effect. Look it up and read up on it if you'd like. I'm going to do a video on it later on when I actually have my computer sitting here and the 3 sources of material I've been reading it from, and explain why I think it's bullshit to say that it's just a Facebook thing. But it's basically saying that people are getting depressed and thinking their lives are just complete and utter pieces of shit because they see people happy on Facebook. And you know, I'll get into it more when I have the actual sources here. I would be doing a longer video today, but as I may have mentioned, Resident Evil Revelations came out for the 3DS this morning. I was playing it. I have homework I got to have ready for my psychology class tomorrow, and I forgot that I had homework for my English class, which for the English class it's not much. It's basically surf the internet, find 5 pictures of things I find to be perfect, even though I've already stated in class I don't think there's anything perfect in the world. But still have to find 5 things I find near perfect and take them in, print them off, take them in. But one short thing I think I can rant about right now is, man, I'm saying a lot. I've noticed that I feel more comfortable in the car talking than I do in my own home, which is sad. I guess it's because I feel like people are always listening in because the walls are so damn thin. And but anyways, forgive my messy hair, please, and lack of black shirt in front of the white wall, which I'm thinking about no longer having the white wall. I'm thinking about having things that pertain to the episode being up behind me. I don't know yet. Depends on how well I keep on doing these and how many subscribers I get, if I actually want to waste the money on ink and paper to keep doing that. Or I could just buy a whiteboard, which we got a whiteboard in there, but that's for our personal notes, not for show notes. Could just hang a sketch pad there, but that's a closet. Yeah, there's a closet behind this. Anyways, one thing I wanted to rant about today is why is it so easy for people just to spread lies? I mean, I'm not talking about verbally and in person, or lies that are facetious, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Why is it that people why is it a lie travels better than the truth? I guess is what I'm trying to say, because it doesn't matter if the lie is a lie in favor of something or against something, or just a horrendous event being made to sound even more horrendous. A lie travels so much better than the truth. I don't understand that, especially over Facebook. But, you know, it's easy to say anything over Facebook because it's social media, and we forget that in normal social settings, stuff like this still happened. There was always been widespread lies, but it's easier to say it over Facebook. And, yeah. So anyways, I can't quite understand it. It's like, okay, I get on Snopes whenever anybody posts something that sounds remotely like bullshit on Facebook. Like, this baby has cancer, and if you like this or repost it, Facebook will send 3 cents to the baby. Now, the thing is in the description, it's says it's a male baby, but in the photos it even shows a female baby because it's completely naked. And yet that's fake. It's fake. You can get on Snopes and you can look it up. It's fake. Snopes doesn't have the same exact picture as one person pointed out. But as I pointed out to them, it was the same wording. It's the same description. And, Facebook isn't going to do that. That's not a way to get donations. As we've learned with disasters and everything, that donations, oddly enough, are accepted through texting and calling certain numbers or donating to a foundation directly. It's not through likes. That'd be like saying, I want to make a movie. And someone going, ooh, I know what to do. And they type up this thing, well, we know this guy who wants to make a movie and the movie sounds really good and Facebook has promised to give him $1 for every like or reblog of this. It's not going to happen. And no one's going to do that. I guess, by saying no one's going to do it, somebody out there will probably one day do something along those lines. But it seems like it's just people who start these things off just because they need the I don't know, they need some sort of idea in their minds that people like them from their lie. The only way I can think is that they're happy to see so many people repost it. And I've had one person say, well, it's just a test to see how good humanity is. But that you're testing upon a lie. Why not find an actual foundation, put their number there, and say, repost this so we can get the word out for people to donate? That's an actual thing. And another thing is, a lot of the times people want to post these things with really disturbing imagery. Now, I'm fine with disturbing imagery. I go to a website called bestgore.com. Don't go to it if you cannot handle actual corpses or mutilated bodies of any type. It is very violent. It is sad at times. There are videos of murders on there. And I go to it because I have a morbid curiosity about these things. And sometimes there are these strange accounts of people who survive these things. Like there's one about this guy up in Canada. I think it was either 5 or 10 people, don't hold me to the number of people, that beat him in the face with a baseball bat. And it's believed that his girlfriend put them up to it. And his skull was just obliterated. And you would think that he would be dead. But he's not. He's actually recovering. And he's pretty much to the point looking like how he looked prior to the beating. Now, it doesn't say if this guy did anything to deserve this or what, but see, I think that's a little stupid. That's what I was originally going to talk about today, before the whole Facebook thing. I'm going to have to make a mental note. The bloodthirst of people. Why is that? Why is it that people demand murder for everything? They're like, he was jaywalking. Well, he should be hung up by his nuts in the street until he dies. Okay. But I'll have to remember that. I'm going to stay focused on this lie stuff first. Anyways, and that's true about that guy, and he survived, and it's awesome that he survived, because I'm looking at the x-rays, because they have the 3D x-ray thing. It doesn't look like he should have survived. It really doesn't. Look like, he should have his brain completely made into mush, but it wasn't, and he's alive, and it's fascinating when people actually survive these things. But, people don't care about that. People don't care about the truth. I could post things from Snopes or survivor accounts from Best Gore, and it won't go anywhere. I can say, hey, look at this is neat. No likes, no comments. Not that I'm begging people to like and comment my stuff. But, it just strikes me as sad when people will like and comment and repost a lie. It's like, shouldn't we, and these people claim, oh, I'm an honest person. But you're not. You're spreading a lie. And then you say, look into it. And their response is, I can't look into everything I see. Yes, you can. If you can't take the time to look into something that you're spreading, especially something that's going to upset other people, because that's the thing. You're posting pictures of mutilated animals. You're posting pictures of, beaten children, posting pictures of children with horrible diseases that have died, but, in the description it says they've lived. But if you look into it, the child is dead, and dead in the picture that you have just posted. It upsets people. And then you get all these posts about people being upset, and rightfully so. Like I said, I go to a website about, things where horrible things happen to people. If I post anything from it, there is a certain level of violence I know people can handle. Especially cartoony looking violence. Like, I posted a picture about a man who fought off, was it a leopard? Might have been a leopard. I can't recall right now. In India on like the 8th of January, or Malaysia. That's where it was, I think. And he fought it off, but it scalped him. But in the picture I posted, his scalp was up, and he's still fighting this thing. And I posted and said he had some balls, but there was no blood, because for some reason he didn't bleed until after he had time to compose himself. But it just looked kind of cartoony, like a toupee flying up. But it was his scalp. And you really had to look close to see that, oh goodness, it's the skull there. And it wasn't that disturbing of an image. It sounds disturbing. Really does. But it wasn't that disturbing. But then you turn around and you have these people post these pictures of these babies. Literally, they're posting pictures of dead babies. I actually saw a picture posted with the wrong description from the Best Score website. There's a picture of a hand on there. Someone had done self-mutilation. And this made me cringe, because hand trauma makes me cringe. It took me a couple of times to try to get a strong enough stomach to look at it. But they've sliced their fingers into little tiny bits, and it's still attached to the bone, everything. This was someone who did this out of self-mutilation. It got posted not too long ago by somebody on my Facebook. They had removed the Best Score watermark. It was the same picture. And they said it was an accident with a slap chop. A slap chop. slap chops chop. They don't slice, and it's sad that you're taking someone who obviously needs to seek mental help. You're taking something they did to themselves and turning it into a joke, really, because I don't see the point in reposting it and saying, look at this slap chop accident. And I understand people say, well, I can't look into everything. Then don't post it. Don't repost it. You know. Ooh. I just ate, but I'm still kind of hungry, apparently. But, you know, I understand it's your freedom to do what you want. It is. But why can't you strive? Strive just a little bit for the truth. Don't repost bullshit. Repost the truth, because the truth is so beautiful. Maybe that's what I'll print off. I'll just print off truth and take that in and say, this is what I find to be perfect, the truth. And, you know, because the truth is a beautiful thing. Yeah, the truth can be heart-wrenching at times, but at least it's the truth. You know, the truth is often more beautiful than what fiction can give us. You know, and I'm a fiction writer, and when I look for beauty, I look for the truth inside me to go onto the page. And it's just sad, really, that people want to just put lies out there. And it's just sad that how naturally the lies travel. You know, I've seen for every one true thing I've seen travel the net in a week, you know, you'll see it reposted. People asking you to repost these things. Out of every one of them, one true one will probably be equal to the 15 or 20 fake ones that you get. Just like the fake missing people ones. You know, people get a hold of it and they make these fake alerts for missing people. Why? Why do that? Wouldn't it be nice that if there was actually someone missing, you could trust this source? You know, be like, hey, here's someone who's actually missing. Please, if you see them, reblog this. You know, we need to get to find out who this is. But there's only been one that I know of in the last 5 years that I've been on Facebook that has been true. And then the rest you can go to Snopes and people change out the information but keep the picture. And it's fake. You know, and it's just sad is the word I'm looking for, and sad is the only word I can think of, that, you know, you can't trust the information that you're getting. I don't know if it's where from childhood we're force-fed lies from, you know, parents or teachers or somebody that we're looking up to. Because you have to admit it, there is always someone who's going to be force-feeding you a lie when you have next to no control over your life. Like I was talking to my mom the other day about a lie that the teachers used to force-feed us kids around here. You know, and it caused problems with me and my family because the teachers would say, don't listen to your mother and father because as long as you're in school, we're above your mother and father. And we'll have you in child protective services, you know, this, that. Understand, my parents never beat me, okay? It was because my mom and dad would try to teach me one way, and the school wanted to teach me another, And when I said I'm having trouble understanding, they're like, well, won't your parents teach you this way? I'm like, no, they're teaching me the way they know. And then I get threatened to be taken away from them because there's a difference in the matter of how I'm learning things. And to them teachers, fuck you if any of you who said that shit to me ever watch any of these. Fuck you. And especially one teacher in particular who got mad at me and stuck me in a corner because I passed a spelling test when her niece didn't, and swore up and down that that I stole her test and put my name on it. I didn't fucking do that. And it messed up my education. Messed it up to the point I'm still catching up. Basic shit I should have known when I graduated high school. Because, it's No Child Left Behind is push all children ahead, whether they know it or not. So missing out on a 4th grade education screwed me up severely. Mathematically, grammar, spelling. My first semester over at the college in my English class, what I learned the first, I can't say first week because it was only meeting 2 times a week. The first 5 classes, I had learned more then than I had in school and from the internet, because the problem is when you look for any help on the internet, they go into these ridiculous explanations. The actual websites that are there to help you, which I can't, I'm not trying to complain. They're there trying to help. But they go into assuming that if you can read, you can understand. And that's not always the truth. I can read, but I have trouble spelling. And if you look down in some of these descriptions here, I'm sure you're going to find me misspelling a few words. And it's sad that I'm a writer and I've misspelled things. But that's life. And I'm moving on. But, just the main point is just keep the truth going. Cover up the lies. Get the lies out of here. The truth is out there, and it's out there and hidden. It's out there and hidden because people don't want to hear it. I honestly think, and not to quote another thing, people can't handle the truth. They can't. They just can't handle any little truth. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, I've got some subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. Like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Video response just flipping me off for 10 minutes straight. I don't care. I have fun doing these. Now I gotta do homework. Good night.